A little late starting this video, but I figured I might as well make a quick video on today's project. Well, one of today's projects. Last night picked up this 72-inch rototiller. It's a heavy-duty one. Thing's really thick steel. Gentleman that I get a lot of equipment from talked me into upgrading to the heavier model here, and I'm glad I did. It just chews through the soil. But what we're doing here is creating another pasture. This was all trees just a few years ago, and I was able to restore all that to pasture, but never got to this other half. So rototilling all this up where used to be trees, loosening it all up, and then the attachment on the back of our tractor over here is a power rake, and that's going to come through and kind of sort this material, and it's going to windrow all of the rocks and the branches and things like that, and leave behind the soil. So here's our power rake. It's made by Harley, and both of these rollers here spin, and the gap in between is where the dirt gets flung to the back side of this, and that way it sorts and leaves only the material that's small enough to get through those two rollers behind, and then it just on an angle like that windrows all the rest of the material. And this area in the center here that I have not tilled, that is going to become a road. So where I'm standing now, all the way over to that gate, it's kind of to the left of that little shed you see, this is going to be a road, so that's why I'm not tilling this. I'm actually trying to get it nice and packed and compacted so I can put gravel on top of it. So this side over here is where I'll just extend that little bit of pasture there to the till line that you see, and there'll be a fence that goes across here, and that's so that we can connect to this road right here on the side of the barn. So you'll be able to pass from one side of the property to the other between two pastures. Eventually I'll till this side too, and there'll be a pasture on that side. But for now, just trying to get this one done. So we're tilling, loosening up this soil. There's a lot of branches and things in it because, again, this was forest, and the process of cutting down the trees and chipping everything and mulching, you end up leaving behind a lot of roots and things. So the tiller is turning all that up right now nicely, and I'm going down about 6 inches with the tiller, and then, like I said, I'll do a video of the Harley rake in action too, so you can see it windrowing all this material and leaving behind the good stuff. Later on we'll go down to the garden with the tiller as well and start working on the garden, but that's the new tiller attachment for the cat. So here I'm in the process of running the power rake over this. You can see everything to the left there is nice and smooth and sorted out. It's got nice loose, let me see if I can get a handful of it here. There we go. Nice loose soil, and the way I have the York rake set, there's really nothing getting through here that's larger than about an inch or so. I have it set pretty coarse This is a pasture, it's not a lawn, so not a big deal. And we can take a look at the back side of the tractor over here. This is the actual rake. The bottom has these bars that can cut the soil and also allow some of the soil to sit in between, where it then goes through between the rollers here. And that's where it tells you I got it set about an inch, so maybe a little bit more than that. And it's flicking the dirt through the rollers and out the back, and then kicking the rocks and larger debris and stuff forward. And since it's set at an angle, it windrows it off to the side. So that's basically how this power rake works. A quick walk around here, and we'll get a video of it in action as well. There's the finished product after a second run over with the power rake. And you can see we've got nice fine soil left behind. And all of our rocks and sticks and everything else are windrowed over to here. And I mean, you can see there's very little dirt left in this. It pretty much sorts all the dirt out. Just leaves the clumps of grass and rocks and sticks and stuff to the side. So that's it. The right equipment obviously makes things pretty easy. I did all of this from tilling the ground to this point in an hour and a half, I think it was, something like that. So next step will be to come through with the bucket on the skid steer and get rid of all this debris. I raked it out to this is where the road's gonna be. This is all hard packed, so it'll be nice and easy to scrape that up without digging into the soil. And this week I'm going to pick up a slit seeder. So that'll go on the back of the tractor. We'll fill it up with seed, and it'll actually put a little slit in the ground, bury the seed, and we should see some pasture after that. So that's the new rototiller on the skid steer and our power rake on the back of the International Harvester. Gets the job done.